Hello, I'm Faulkner Bob Dalmast of Crash Course Physics, and today we're going to talk about this guy.
Isn't he the guy who invented the atomic bomb?
No, he did not, oblivious elementary school know-it-all, but he did make the equivalence of mass and energy. Einstein, born and raised in Ulm, Germany, was a prodigy from the start. His family started a company called Elektrofabriken Co. He would often mess around with mechanical devices and create his own, for fun. As a toddler, he was already destined for mathematical and scientific genius. By the age of 8, he was transferred to the Luitpold Museum, now ironically named the Albert Einstein Gymnasium. A young medical student, Max Talmud, was introduced to the Einstein family. Einstein, at 10, often watched and listened to him talk about science, piquing his interest. Talmud had many books on advanced math, including Immanuel Kant's Euclid's Elements. Einstein referred to this book as the Holy Little Geometry Book. By the age of 16, Albert Einstein had moved all over Europe. His family's business went bankrupt due to Tesla's alternating current unit. He applied to join the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School in Zurich. He scored exceptionally on the science and math portions of the test, but failed miserably on the other parts. From there, the head polytechnic sends him to the Argo Quintana School in Aarau. He studied math, physics, and fell in love, and avoided the military, and all that stuff. In 1901, Einstein had made a successful jump onto the list of the world's top physicists. With his post of his paper, or Conclusions from the Capillary Phenomena, to the Annalen der Physik. Shortly thereafter, he was awarded a PhD at the University of Zurich. Later that same year, as Einstein called his miracle year, had published his special theory of relativity and the equivalence of mass and energy. And now a quick note on E equals mc squared. The famous, or should I say infamous, equation is most likely the most influential to ever be postulated, to be used for good and for evil. When Einstein discovered it, he had no intention of creating a superweapon, but as we all know, was perverted in that way. This equation will later lead to the success of Robert Oppenheimer, father of the atomic bomb, Shubham Chandrasekhar, and many other physicists. The implications of this equation were not yet known at the time. Robert Oppenheimer would have studied neutron cores, aka neutron stars, named by Zwicky, if World War II did not intervene, but it did. Oppenheimer, as all other theoretical physicists, were deprived of their studies at the time. They were forced to research weaponry. He later used E equals mc squared and nuclear mathematics to create the atomic bomb. You could say Einstein created the atomic bomb in a very distant, indirect way. Now, how did Einstein influence America, as the requirement for this project is? Socially, politically, economically, and culturally. Well, wait, America? Where did I get this nonsense? Hal!
I'm sorry, Faulkner, but this is a requirement for your social studies project. You must discuss one social, political, economic, or cultural aspect of how Einstein influenced America.
Dang it, Hal, whose side are you on? Ugh, I hate American history. God, okay, let's do this. By the time he traveled to America, Einstein was revered. Similar to how I revere the people who made the Elder Scrolls, Bethesda, or even Marcus Pearson and Benedict Cumberbatch. So as you can tell, America was pretty excited. Einstein had become a household term for genius or know-it-all. Socially, Einstein influenced American citizens to strive for academic excellence. Scientists were abundant, inspired by Einstein and his discoveries. Many traveled coast to coast just to see him give an hour-and-a-half lecture at Princeton or Columbia. After select lectures at those universities, Einstein made a quick visit to the White House. He was honored by President Woodrow Wilson and the National Academy of Science. Einstein then returned home to Europe, not to return to America for another 12 years.
Nice work, Faulkner, but I think you may be forgetting something.
Oh, that's right, I forgot the physics book of the day. Let's see what it is. Hal, open the pod bay door, please. Open the pod bay door. Hal, please, open the pod bay door. Hal, open the pod bay door, please. There we go, let's see. Chip has thorns, black holes, and time warps. Einstein's outrageous legacy. Huh, how ironically relevant. Now back to this requirement. After Einstein had left America, many theoretical physicists were working to find the implications of Einstein's theories of relativity, including Sir Arthur Eddington. Culturally, Einstein had changed how the rest of the world thought of the universe and America. Time is relative. What? And space? No. people were taken aback by these findings. In 1933, Einstein was on yet another visit in America, but this time he would not return home. He had planned to continue his studies and lectures in Europe, but Hitler got in the way. A common theme for anybody that was alive in the 1930s or 40s, especially Europeans and Jewish Europeans. After formally renouncing his German citizenship, he emigrated to the U.S. He was granted a position of advanced study at Princeton. 6 years later, a group of Hungarian physicists warned President Franklin Delano Roosevelt of a possible atomic bomb research going on in Nazi Germany. Washington ignored these warnings, but Einstein did not. Albert Einstein, Edward Teller, Eugene Wenger, and Leo Szilard all knew that the American people should be warned of a possible Nazi atomic bomb raid. They knew Hitler would be more willing than most to resort to such a weapon. Szilard and Einstein sent a letter proposing the American government be more involved in nuclear research. Hitler being the object of concern, FDR seized the chance. Einstein later in his life said,
I made one great mistake in my life when I signed the letter to President Roosevelt recommending the atom bombs be made. But there was some justification, the danger that the Germans would make them first.
Politically, Einstein in that letter forever changed how America and the rest of the world's wars would be fought. After World War II, Einstein remained in the U.S. until his death on April 17, 1955. His legacy would later be the benefit of many companies. Economically, Einstein made the GPS system possible with his theory of general relativity, earning companies like Garmin billions. Air traffic control is now much more acute. Before GPS systems were implemented, navigating an airplane was a knife in the dark. Thanks for watching my Crash Course Physics special. New episodes coming soon if the crowd demands it. Otherwise, this show is canceled due to lack of interest. I'll see you guys sometime in the future. Crash Course Physics is produced and directed by me. The script advisor, associate director, and artists are all me. Advisors are Amy Bottomamis and Aaron Bottomamis. My social studies teacher is Jeremy Thanlin. Inspiration is Patrick the dog. Camera woman is Amy Bottomamis. Thanks for watching. This is HAL 9000.